Most women going through menopause report being physically and mentally exhausted and frustrated with their changing body shape. Society writes it off as a natural stage of life. But our next guest says it doesn't have to be that way. We can all age slowly and gracefully. The secret is in our metabolism. Joining us now is functional medicine expert Dr. Cathleen Gerenger. Dr. Kathleen, it is always so great to see you.
Yes, it's great to see you again, Gail.
You know, I'm so glad that we're talking about menopause and aging more openly now, because to your point, and even I felt this way before I met you, you kind of walk around feeling down, you know, like, oh, there's nothing, I guess this is just the chapter of life, this is what the cards dealt me, but it doesn't have to be that way.
No, it doesn't, and we talked about J-Lo. She's in menopause,
Yeah.
And she looks fantastic physically. Fantastic.
Yeah, she really, really does. So what are women like J-Lo doing? What's the secret?
The secret is the metabolism. As long as we're able to speed up our metabolism, because as we age, what happens is that our metabolism starts to slow down. So when the metabolism slows down, you use less and less energy.
Okay, so how do we slow down our metabolism?
So what we want to do is that not just slowing down the metabolism, it's speeding it up.
That's what I meant, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Let's not slow it down.
No,
Yeah, right.
We want to speed it up, but not in a heart palpitation way.
Right.
We don't want to create any kind of imbalance or anything cardiovascular-wise. So what we want to do is that we want to check the hormones, especially the thyroid. After the age of 25, the thyroid hormone starts to decrease.
Yeah, I heard that 80% of women are dealing with thyroid issues, and many don't even know it. So what are some of the telltale signs?
Of course, the first telltale sign is actually in the teenage year. If they have like anxiety, that's kind of like a red flag, or constipation, because our stomach actually is able to move things for us, help with the metabolism. So when you have a history of constipation, immediately I'm thinking about a thyroid imbalance.
All right, so and eliminating is very important. It's how we detox our bodies.
Yes, and that's another key about the anti-aging part too, because our body needs to move the waste material out of our colon, so then the new food that we eat can actually support our organs with all the nutrients that it needs.
And you talk to your patients about eating the right foods, and you know, it may not sound fun when you talk about eating the right foods, but at the end of the day, we have chefs on all the time. You've met so many of them. Eating healthy can be delicious and good, obviously good for you.
Yes, and not just eating the right kind of food. Everybody's like, oh, I eat well, but what about eating right? We think about nature, how winter, spring, summer, and fall. It's a different nature, different seasons. So food rotation is key. People think, oh my gosh, green leafy vegetables, broccolis. That's like, well, there's more than broccolis on the grocery shelf.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that you mentioned eating seasonally, because we've become a country that's on demand. If we want a particular fruit and vegetable right now, we got to have it. And you really shouldn't be eating what's out of season, because you don't know how long it's taken to get there, what they've done to the fruit and vegetable to make it look a certain way so it can survive the trip. So eat local, eat what's in season.
Yes, and eat colorful fruits and vegetables, because the color means something. If anybody that has underlying cardiovascular problems like low folate or B12, I say go for the yellow looking foods, which is papaya, mangoes, squash.
Yeah, and you're big on nuts and teas. Tell me other things that we should be eating.
I love green tea. That's another key to kind of like really get your metabolism going. And it's really great for our mental health too, because it decreases the inflammation just because of its anti-inflammatory properties.
And being inflamed is really what's making us sick.
Yes, and making us age.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
We do not want that. All right, so we've talked about this on Bloom before, but I want to just, you know, there's such a buzz going on now with this glutathione. I feel like you and I were talking about it before the big wave, but it is here.
Yes, and glutathione is the mother of all antioxidants. What it does is that it goes around and looks for that free radical scavengers. So it takes away those free radicals, and see how excited I get when we talk about chemistry?
Excited about this.
So it fights the free radicals. radicals, so they keeps the wrinkles off our face and keeps our skin nice and young.
And it does make you feel better because it's, attacking free radicals and keeping balance in your body. That's what gives you that energy level. That's what makes you just not feel so tired and just drawn out.
Yes, and it helps to detoxify the liver. So our body has glutathione. However, as we start to age, our glutathione level starts to dip. So anybody that has sleep issues should take glutathione as well.
Interesting. Dr. Cathleen, it's always so great to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Gayle.
Yeah, she's an expert on aging redefined. We're going to share this story with